Softening of water by ion exchange process. Ion exchange process is the process of softening of water by exchanging harmful ions of water with harmless ions from an ion exchange resin. The process is also called demineralization of water. Ion exchange resins are used for this purpose, which are high molecular weight cross-linked polymers with a porous structure. The polymers will be long chain polymers having either acidic or basic groups at the end of the chain. Acidic groups contain H plus and basic group contain OH minus ions. Acidic groups like sulfonic or carbonyl will be present and basic groups like substituted amino groups will be present. These acidic groups are capable of exchanging their H plus ions with calcium or magnesium ions of water, and basic groups are capable of exchanging their OH minus ions with the chloride or sulfate ions of water and are known as anion exchange resins. These are called cation exchange resins. The H plus and OH minus ions released combine to form demineralized water. The schematic representation of deionization unit is here. In this process, cation and anion exchange resins are packed in separate columns. The water is first passed through cation exchange resin, where cations like calcium, magnesium are exchanged with the H plus ions. Then it is passed through anion exchange resin, where sulfate, chloride, etc. are exchanged with the OH minus ions. The sequence of water flow is important and cation exchange resin needs to be used first. This is because if water is first passed through anion exchange resin, alkali may be produced which can harm the cation exchange resin in the subsequent step. So when all these resins are exhausted and lose their capacity to exchange H plus and OH minus ions, they can be regenerated or recharged. The exhausted cation exchange column is recharged by passing a solution of dilute hydrochloric acid or sulfuric acid and then washing with deionized water. Similarly, anion exchange resins are regenerated by passing a solution of ammonium hydroxide or sodium hydroxide and then washing with deionized water. We can go back to the figure and you can see here when the resin, cation exchange resin, loses its capacity to exchange H plus ions, it has to be recharged with the hydrochloric acid or sulfuric acid. And when the anion exchange resin loses its capacity to exchange the OH minus ions, then it has to be recharged with the NaOH or ammonium hydroxide. The next process is desalination of seawater by reverse osmosis. When a semi-permeable membrane is placed between brine and pure water, brine is the seawater or salt water. The water has a natural tendency to flow through the membrane into the brine due to osmotic pressure, and the process is called osmosis. This natural process may be reversed by applying a pressure on the brine side higher than that of the osmotic pressure, so that fresh water tends to flow from brine into the fresh water side. And this process is called reverse osmosis. The process can be explained as follows. Tubes made up of porous material with a thin film of cellulose acetate semi-permeable membrane. This is a semi-permeable membrane used. Are arranged parallel to each other in fresh water as shown in the figure. In this figure, the one tube we have shown. Similarly, a number of tubes can be placed parallel to each other. Salt water is pumped continuously at high pressure through these tubes. You can see this part of the figure where salt water is present. Water flows from salt water into the fresh water through a semi-permeable membrane. You can see here the semi-permeable membrane. The flow of water depends on the applied pressure and on the characteristics of the film. The film may rupture under excess pressure. If the osmosis unit consists of several tubes with larger surface area, then more fresh water can be obtained. So the concept is, when salt water and fresh water are separated with the semi-permeable membrane, water has a natural tendency to move from fresh water to the salt water side due to osmotic pressure, and the process is called osmosis. The process can be reversed by applying a pressure slightly higher than the osmotic pressure on the brine water side or salt water side, during which the fresh water from the brine enters into the freshwater side, and this process is called reverse osmosis. Concentrated brine and fresh water are withdrawn to the respective outlets. The advantages: the process is very simple and continuous. As long as you supply the brine water, till then the fresh water can be obtained. There is no phase change. The liquid phase is not converted into gaseous or solid phase, etc., and needs very extremely low energy. These are all the advantages of reverse osmosis process. And this completes the module 4. Thank you.